window for the Burstner Harmony T625. So we're going to start on the outside first. So if we do the engine part first, this is the engine. So vehicle battery, power steering, brake fluid, header tank. You shouldn't need to touch any of those, so the vehicle's all serviced, but it's always worth checking from time to time. And your oil dipstick is there. And the only thing you should need to check from time to time is the screen wash fill up, which is there. So that's pretty much everything underneath the bonnet. This is used some relay box there as well for the Fiat side. You come round to here, this is your diesel fill up. So you use the ignition key for that. Just turn it 45 degrees, the cap comes off and back on like so. Round here, this is where you put your fresh water. There's a little filler. Just put your water hose in there and fill it up. Gas compartment. Propane bottle in there. So turn it on by turning it anti-clockwise. Turn it off by turning it clockwise. So it's now turned on, so we're going to show you everything fired up in a minute. That's where you put your mains hook-up lead. It just pushes into there. And then to release, you just push the blue button. Blue lever down to pull it out. Also underneath here we've got your drain tap. So this is to empty your grey water. So you just turn that lever there and that'll empty your grey water. The set toilet. Just pulls out. Take it to the sanitation point. Take the cap off there. Hold that button in there to let the air in, to make it easier for emptying. And when you come to fill it up, put some chemical in there. That's all chemicaled up, ready to go. And then put it back over, and that just slides in there like so. Down the back of the vehicle there, you've got a ladder there, bike rack, pull the bike rack down. These go onto the frame, they go around your wheels. Storage locker there. There's just some infills and an outside barbecue point and your Fiat toolkit. So your awning on the side, so you've got your awning there, you've got your winder in there. Just wind it and then they ping out. And you've got legs that come down each side. That's all that you do. Obviously you don't have them out when it's really windy for obvious reasons. Gas point now on the outside. And there was actually a hose in there for that. And then we come to go into inside of the vehicle. So habitation door there. That's the key to open and unlock that. So we're now going to go into the vehicle. So if we just come in and do the control panel first. So I'm just going to turn everything off. So there's your control panel. It's exactly the same if you're using it on mains or 12 volt. Little light on there to show that we're running on mains hookup. If you weren't on mains hookup, obviously it wouldn't light up. To turn the 12 volt on, just press that button there, and that kicks it into life. Then you've got some buttons here to show you condition of your leisure battery, engine battery, fresh water and wastewater tank, and then temperature. And there's just a clock there as well. But the important one is this one here, which is your water pump. So we'll turn that on. And then if we move over to the gas hob, because we turn the gas bottles on, so we always light the hob up to get the air out of the system. This is a free burner. And that's all running up and running nicely. Obviously don't put this down when it's really hot, because obviously that's glass and that could shatter. So carrying on with cooking, we've got the oven and grill here. So you've got a little lever there to release it. Now a manual ignition, so you will need to get yourself a little lighter. So to light that, you just hold that button in there at the grill, and That's your grill up and running. And then the other side will be the oven. So just turn it, hold it in. And that's your oven up and running. And below the oven is your fridge. There's a three-way fridge, gas, electric and 12 volt. So 0 is off. Most of the time you're going to be on mains hookup, so always go for 230 volt. There's your thermostat setting there. If you are wild camping and you're not on mains hookup and you want to light it up on gas, go to the gas setting and you'll hear it click and flash in a minute. So if we just do that. And now it's kept a continuous light, it stopped clicking, so it's now fired up on gas. And there again, your thermostat's there. And the third setting is 12 volt, which is your travel mode. That only kicks in when you turn the ignition on. The 12 volt mode doesn't get the fridge cold, that only holds it at the current temperature, so you've got to freeze it down first. And you've got your lock and unlock there. And to turn it off is back to 0. Obviously in the back here, it's just obviously a fixed bed. You've got some storage underneath there. And there's your combi boiler. And then there's your dump valve just there. So winter time you want to release that to release the water from the pot. If we come in here to the bathroom, shower in there, cassette toilet there. So if you use the cassette toilet, swivel bolts, you can adjust that. Open the valve, make sure your water pump's turned on, press the flush. That's your, put the lever back over, and that's that done. Mixer tap there. I've had the water heater on, so it's now coming bringing out some nice hot water. It goes in through the system. There we go, so she's all running good. The light switch for the bathroom is hidden up underneath here. And I do recommend to use special camping toilet paper because that does break up easier than conventional toilet paper, and we do sell that in the shop if you haven't got any. There's your wardrobe there. There's your aerial. To turn the booster on, you turn it on there. And there's your main strip switches. So the last thing that we haven't shown you, just the kitchen tap on. Still good and warm. It's round here. You've got your heating and your hot water. So this is the bit that a lot of people get confused about. So that's now off, where it says 0. So it's a gas only system. So 40 or 60 degrees hot water only. Down there to blown air heating. And the bottom one, winter mode, blown air heating and hot water. And that's as simple as that. So all you got to remember is you have your gas turned on and then decide what you want to do. And they're just light switches there. And the water heater also works on electric. So when your mains hook up, obviously bleed the system through, and then you can put the water heater on electric, because obviously you want to use what you can on electric if you're on mains hookup. So the switch I showed you before was gas side, which does your heating and your hot water, and this switch here does purely the electric hot water. There's your gas isolation taps. And that's pretty much everything in the habitation side. Obviously your fly screens on the windows, your roof in there, you just wind them up. This is your front lounge area. So nothing underneath there. And underneath here will be your fresh water tank, and there'll be a tap inside there to empty your fresh water, because obviously winter time you empty that out as well. Coming into the cab here, you've got 2 swivels, the levers on there to swivel the seats around. And if we come into the cab, you've obviously got the Fiat dashboard here, which is pretty basic compared with modern day cars. You've got your fan speed, temperature setting, position of the fan, you know, your hazard switch there, 5-speed gearbox up and over through reverse, and your indicators, lights and wipers here. And over to here you've got your electric windows and your electric mirrors switches there. And then at the front here you've got your blinds that pull across, what meet in the middle. Oh no, sorry, they pull from the left to the right. And then you've got them on the side windows as well. Got to be quite clear, you know, careful with those, because they are obviously quite, you know, delicate. And while we're here, to pull the bonnet, which I show you underneath the bonnet at the front, the bonnet release lever is there, and you've got adjustment on the steering wheel there. And that's pretty much everything in the vehicle. So that was the handover video for the Burstner Harmony T625.